Nandito na ang biggest flex ng telebisyon.
Ang pinakabagong tagisan ng Bilis, Lakas at Liksi.
Palakasan na ng Utak, Puso at Katawan.
Oras na!
Game na?
Ito ang Sports Time.
Welcome back to iSportsTime.
This episode is as exciting as it can get kasi susubukan na namin ni Paeng yung obstacles.
Yani, Paeng, ito ang obstacle course na i-conquer ninyo.
So ito po yung first obstacle natin. Siyempre ito, monkey bars, makita naman po natin to everywhere. So you can always try this obstacle, in your local park or whatever. Of course, the contestants will start here. You have to go to the other side, pero balikan po yan. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So here, of course, we have the dip bars. The contestants will have to do a certain number of repetitions. Holding the bar all the way down, then pushing all the way back up. Kayang-kaya din gawin. Pero syempre, if you're not physically conditioned and do not have the muscle strength, mahihirapan po talaga lahat ng contestants. The next one, we have, of course, the pull-up bars. Very simple. Hawak dito, pull all the way up, over the chin. Pero yung twist natin ay, without putting your feet down, the contestant has to transfer to the higher one and do one full rep. Okay? So may pagkahirap din naman yon. So here to the next one, we have this certain chest exercise. Body weight matters here. Kasi syempre, this is only moved by one's body weight. May you be thin, may you be big, as long as your muscle strength can handle it, kayang-kaya niyo po gawin ito. The fifth obstacle, we have the core. Okay, so you have to do a certain number of sit-ups. So syempre, a lot of varsities or a lot of athletes have to have good core strength for coordination. Syempre, kailangan po yan. Syempre, we have over here, gagawin po natin yung piko. Pero with a twist, lalakihan po natin yung mga squares para mas malaki po yung agwat ng mga atleta natin. So we're moving on next to Yani, who will explain the next part of the obstacle course.
That's right, Paeng. Napaka-challenging ng first half natin ng obstacle course natin for today. But of course, it's not yet over. So our participants will go on here to the tire obstacle course, loving the colors. And of course, it's a great way to reuse our tires over here. So kailangan puntahin nila lahat yung tires nila dito bago pumunta sa next part ng ating obstacle course. So here, we're going to start testing our balance, okay? Here in the 15-second seesaw, our participants will be racing up over here in the 15-second seesaw, and they have to stay balanced with their core strength intact for 15 seconds. Pagkatapos nila kumpletuhin ito, punta na tayo sa next course. Tatakbo-takbo sila dito using a jump rope. So with a jump rope, they'll be heading over to our next course. It also adds a little bit more of flavor sa ating obstacle course. At ang fun kaya mag-jump rope while testing our cardio fitness. So we have the beam bridge over here. This is very challenging. They'll be tested with their agility, their balance, and their mental strength as well. And after that, we'll be heading over to the kadang-kadang snake course. So itong kadang-kadang snake course, napaka-interesting kasi gagamit sila ng bamboo stilts to go through all of these mini obstacle courses and to get through in the end. They'll be tested by going through all of these rocks, these twigs, leaves as well. Pero pag nag-reach na sila dito sa dulo, they will be greeted with these triangle obstacle course naman. Ang gagawin ng ating participants ay pupunta dito sa rope side and they'll be climbing over this area while they reach the top of this triangle. Next, they'll go down here through the tires again and then they will race to this spot. Ganito guys, for added safety, magsusuot sila ng harness before they head on to our next station. So we're gonna rush over to the pole side station. Ito na po ang ating peak ng ating obstacle course. So, di po sila dito sa stairs aakyat ha. Di sila sa stairs aakyat. Dito sila sa gitna ng pole slide obstacle course. They will be challenged mentally, physically, whole upper body strength, as well as their legs to pull them up straight onto the top because they have to ring a bell doon sa taas ng obstacle course natin. After they ring that bell, they'll be sliding down and that is the cue na matapos natin ang obstacle course. Kayang-kaya ng ating athletes ito at feeling ko ang magiging labanan ay yung oras talaga na matapos nila. Ito, di ba, Paeng?
Oo nga, mukha nga naman talagang challenging to, pero I'm sure kayang-kaya ng mga atleta natin to.
Kayang-kaya din natin to,
Oo nga
Paeng.
naman, kaya natin gagawin yan pala. Ginawa natin.
This is such an exciting course for everyone who's watching and we're really looking forward to all of our contestants who will be racing this course in our next episodes. So, we'll turn it back to Dean Kiko.
Wow! Napaka-exciting ng obstacle course.
Kayang-kaya,
Kaya
kayang-kaya.
naman din, kaya.
So, good luck sa inyong dalawa at kakailanganin nyo ng maraming dasal. Okay, so talagang nakita natin, matcha-challenge kayo ha, Yani and
Yes,
Paeng. Handa na ba kayo?
Handang-handa na!
Okay, Yani, ikaw ang mauna. every weekly episode, meron tayong itatanghal na isang mananalo. At siya ay yung makakabuo ng obstacle course na may pinakamabilis na time.
Sa bawat episode, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 contestants na maglalaban-laban. Ang bawat isa sa kanila ay bibigyan ng pagkakataon na kukumpletuhin ang ating pangmalakasang iSportsTime Obstacle Course. Ang 2 pinakamabilis na makatapos sa 5 athletes ang tatanghalin na weekly winners. Ang ating mga weekly winners ang siyang magtutunggali at papasok na sa semifinals round. Ang 10 sa mga mabibilis na eliminated contestants ay maghaharap muli sa wildcard episode upang mabibigyan ng isa pang pagkakataon makapasok sa semifinals round. Ang mga mananalo sa semifinals ay didiretso na sa ating championship round. Ang mga eliminated contestants mula sa semifinals round ay mabibigyan muli ng isa pang pagkakataon para makapasok sa championship round. Haharapin nila ang hamon ng mas pinalakas, mas pinahirap at mas challenging na iSportsTime Obstacle Course. Ang mananalo sa ating championship round ang tatanghalin na kauna-unahang iSportsTime Ultimate Champion.
So, Paeng, kanina nagpakitang gilas si Yani. Ikaw, handa ka na ba?
Oo naman din. Let's go!
Natapos na ni Paeng ang ating obstacle course. Paeng, how was the experience? What was your favorite part? At ano yung pinaka-challenging para sa'yo?
Napakadali ng obstacle. Loko lang. Joke lang. It's really so challenging. Of course, the most difficult part for me, there are 2 parts. Una-una, of course, the pull-ups. Doing 3 straight and going have to come from the top going down. It's really so challenging. And especially after that, hingal na hingal ka na nga, magbabalance ka pa dyan. So kaya ngayon, hingal na hingal pa rin ako eh.
Pero fresh na fresh ka pa din, Paeng.
How about you, Yani? What was the most challenging for you?
I have to agree with you. Yung pull-ups, medyo challenging. Tapos to transfer. Tapos yung balance beam, I think yung unang beam na yon medyo slender kasi yon. But for me, gustong gusto ko to yung obstacle course na to kasi it challenges a lot of our body parts. Parang lahat nga, nagamit natin.
It's a full body workout, kumbaga.
And yung full body workout na yan, guys, sobrang exciting dahil
Of course, in the next episode, that's what our athletes are going to be facing. So, abangan niyo po sa next. Athletes naman yung gagawa nito.
talagang full of surprise prizes ka talaga din, ah!
Pero I'm sure na bukod sa mga prizes ay sigurado namang mai-enjoy nila ang laro. I mean, based on my experience, it's very challenging. Pero kayang-kaya talaga siyang gawin.
That's right! And next week is the week that we've all been waiting for.
Dahil ang inyong mga paboritong local athletes ay maglalaban-laban na to conquer our sports time obstacle course.
Sino-sino kaya ang pinakamabilis na tatapos sa ating hamon na ating obstacle course?
Alamin natin next week in the next episode of TV's Biggest Flex.
Ang pinakabagong tagisan ng Bilis, Lakas at Liksi.
Palakasan na ng Utak, Puso at Katawan.
Oras na!
Game na?
Ito ang Sports Time.